Hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the month of December 2024, Gemini. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Look, if you're brand new and you've never been here before, welcome. Now is a great time as any to start. And if you are interested in subscribing once you watch this reading, then please look in the bottom right-hand corner of this little screen where I live. And Gemini, if you're always here, clicking, subscribing, and hitting that thumbs up, I appreciate you. You're the one that's taking all the time to join this tribe, to grow this tribe. Thanks so much for doing it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw 6 cards today. I'm going to clarify those cards. And in the middle of this whole thing, right in the middle of December, we are having a full moon. And it is in your sign, Gemini. So we have December the 15th is the full moon in Gemini. And that energy is going to make all of us introspective, right? We're kind of going to be, it's going to be encouraging us to pause and reflect on the year past here and prepare for the new year. Right? It's the last sort of clearing of the energies, clearing of the mind before we head into the new year. All right, let's find out what's going on for you, Gemini, for December 2024. Tell me what's going on for Gemini, please. First card up, your energy. What energy are you bringing into December with you, Gemini? We've got deserving. I like it. This is your consciousness energy. So in the consciousness, you really do feel like you are deserving. And I love that. And you are deserving, friend. We do have a lot of yellow here. The sun is shining. Look, when the sun shines, you're in a growth period. Spiritually, mentally, physically, you're in this growth period financially. Look at all the abundance here. It's really beautiful. I feel like this is going to be a really bright month for you because I feel like you're feeling optimistic and deserving. And that really counts for just about all of it. Your attitude counts for just about all of it. What's the overall monthly energy for Gemini in December? The overall monthly energy is playing it safe. So I feel like somebody here is going to be, you know what, they can come to me if they want to. I feel like that's the energy that you're in. Playing it safe is an energy of sort of minding your business, doing your thing, staying in your lane. Nothing really grows there. I'm just going to say you're coming in with this very positive sort of growth kind of attitude, but you're like in this energy of maybe being in the comfort zone a little bit. You know, you can see that there are fireworks going on in the background and you're just kind of ignoring it. You're like, you know what, if they want me, they'll come get me. It feels like you almost feel like a little bit unbothered in December. I'm just going to say. Next card I put down is an obstacle that you're going to need to overcome in December. An obstacle that you're going to need to overcome in December. Gemini, we've got victim mentality. Okay, so I don't know if this is contributing to this, but it feels like a place where you feel like you're stuck. Look, I feel like you're in this positive energy of growth. You feel like you're deserving, but it almost feels like somebody here is playing it safe, staying within the boundaries, staying on the other side of the fence. And the victim mentality is, it feels like, what if it goes wrong? What if it goes wrong? What if I do say or do something wrong, right? You do a tendency to kind of be witty and fun and, you know, maybe I'm just going to say something wrong. It's like victim mentality here. So we can see there's a few things going on here. We can see that this person has got, you know, they've got a tie on their wrist and it's kind of loosey-goosey tied to the bed. I mean, it's not really even tied to the bed. And it feels like this person feels like they're drowning or, you know, that everything's pouring in on them. But it's, you know, this is a really easy situation to get out of. So I want to say that maybe things aren't as bad as you may feel that they are. So I think this consciousness here of deserving is really going to have to be paramount in order for you to get over this obstacle. So it's an obstacle that you will be overcoming in the month of December. The next card I put down is going to be about your finances. Tell me about finances for Gemini. Tell me about finances for Gemini. We have courage. So the courage to grow it, the courage to save it. It feels like, it's almost like, I want to say, like you can see that this person's wearing armor. They've got a sword at the side, at the ready, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So for those of you who have been having a hard time financially, I feel like the light at the end of the tunnel is here, and I feel like it's time for you to be courageous. I feel almost like the forest is the holidays. Like you're going into this scary place where you know it's going to cost you money. You know that everywhere you turn, right, you got to buy a gift or you got to bring a bottle of wine or you got to make a dinner or something is going to cost you money here. I think that you're supposed to have courage when it comes to your finances. We're going to go back and clarify all of this with tarot. So let's get on to the next card here, which is your human connections. And I thought I would talk about human connections because I don't really care what the status is. I don't care if it's love or family or friends or what it is. So let's talk about your human connections in December. It's important. You're going to be dealing with a lot of humans, right? Probably more than you usually do. Tell me about the human connections in December, please, for Gemini. Great gratitude is the card that's come out here. And so I feel like it's going to be abundant. Your connections will be abundant. You're going to see more abundance here than you've ever seen before, I think. Great gratitude is having gratitude for the people who are really in your life for the right reasons, Gemini. Last card I'm putting down here is a key goal to pursue. A key goal that you should pursue in December. Key goal that you should pursue in December. We've got commitment. Okay, that can mean many things. This person is writing a contract, right? They're signing a contract or writing a contract. So for some of you, the commitment could be in business. For some of you, it could be a new job. For some of you, it could be a new relationship. Maybe the commitment is someone's moving in, or maybe you're getting married, or you're agreeing to be engaged. It could be any of those things. And we'll clarify to get more information. Bottom of the deck, we have true love. For some of you, this is a love commitment. Absolutely. It also could be true love for the self. I'm just saying, it's an energy, right? So it's an energy about you. You've got new supportive connections here. You're going to love these new connections. I think you're going to have great gratitude for these human connections that you have in the month of December. All right, let's clarify just a little bit, find out what else is going on for you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, if you're interested in a private reading, look, there's only a sale on for 2 more days. That's all it is. And you have to have your booking in by 11:59 p.m. on November the 29th in order to get the sale. 10% off of any of my readings. So all the information is in the pinned comment below. Take a look at that. It's pinned in the comment area. Tell me about deserving. This is the energy. You're coming into December feeling very positive and sunshiny and feeling very abundant. Tell me about deserving. We've got the Page of Pentacles. It feels like you're feeling that there are new opportunities on the horizon. You're feeling very positive about that. But I also feel like this feels like a messenger of things. So I feel like you might be deserving of a gift, or you're going to get people. I mean, that's no psychic thing, right? It's a holiday. So it feels like over the month of December, though, from December 1st to the end of the month, it feels like Page of Pentacles tells me that there might be a gift that's showing up, or possibly people coming to your home. It's face-to-face meetings in the Pentacle world. It's also opportunities for money, new job, those kinds of things, and you're very deserving for all of them. It feels like you have been manifesting a lot of stuff. There's a lot of abundance around her in that picture. We do have the 6 of Swords, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you are, look, it seems like that escalates really quickly, is what it seems like, because we start at the Page of Pentacles, we end up at the 9, and we got the 6 of Swords in the center here. So you get this, whatever it is, this opportunity, the money, maybe somebody gives you a little bit of something, a gift, and it like escalates to the 9 of Pentacles, a place where you've got more than enough, where you're really doing well, you're looking good on the inside and the outside, you've built something, you've taken that pentacle, that little tiny speck of whatever somebody gave you, and you've grown it. You've grown it to the 9 Pentacles. So I feel like this is going to be a very abundant month for you. I feel like this is a month of you feeling very confident, because what you're doing is you're leaving any place here that I feel has no opportunity. I feel like you are leaving or moving away from chaotic places, promises, things that didn't work out. And I feel like it's all bringing you to this 9 of Pentacles place, which is the pre-Empress energy, by the way, whether you're feminine or masculine. So it does feel like you do it by yourself, though. Whatever is being given to you, it's like you are the alchemist. Whatever was given to you, you are changing it into more abundance, I feel. And I feel like it could be because of a group of people. It could be because of reciprocal energy that you've given and given to other people, and now it's time for it to come back to you. There's movement here in your finances, which I think is really great too. All right. So we have the overall monthly energy, which is playing it safe a little bit. Tell me about this. Playing it safe. We've got the 3 of Cups, got the Four of Swords, and we've got the Nine of Cups. I feel like the reason why we've got playing it safe here is because the Nine of Cups is telling me that you're already freaking happy. Look, you're already deserving. You're in the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you've got movement in your life. Things are going really good. The boat is floating fine. You're learning things and taking those lessons with you so you don't repeat cycles. And it feels like the Nine of Cups is telling me that you're already happy and single. Maybe you're single. Maybe this is wish fulfillment. Maybe you're not single. Take it as it resonates for you. But we do have the Three of Cups and the Four of Swords. So playing it safe tells me that even though you're going into groups of people where there might be a lot of celebration and partying and drinks might be flowing, I feel like you're playing it safe. And what I mean by that is you're not going to take your car to the New Year's celebration. Maybe you're just going to take a cab or a friend's going to drive you. It feels like you're really playing it safe. Do you know what I mean? You're not worried about anything going wrong because you're really playing it safe. The Four of Swords tells me that you're healing from something, so maybe that's why you're playing it safe. I feel like you are going to get some invitations in the month of December though, and some of those invitations you may say yes to, some you may say no to, because you're in this energy of minding your business, being on your own, being in your lane, and I feel like you're pulling people in toward you. So the people that really love you are the ones that are going to be coming toward you, whether that's romantic love, platonic love, friends, family, whatever it is. And I think you're just waiting for that because I think that you're happy on your own. I think you're happy where you are. And so if people want to invite you, you'll go, but you're not knocking on anybody's door to ask if they can include you. We've got victim mentality, which is the thing that you need to overcome for the month. Now, the victim mentality can come up in many, many ways. Maybe you don't take a chance at starting the business you want to start because you feel like it's going to fail. That's victim mentality. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like that sort of energy. And how are you going to overcome that? Tell me about this victim mentality. We've got the Two of Pentacles. You just need to decide to do it. The universe always comes back with the true tried and true energy. Well, just decide to do it. That's all it is. It's a decision that you have to make. You have to make a decision to get out of the victim mentality and stay in the deserved energy. So stay in the energy of I deserve it. It's already here. I'm just waiting to see it. I'm just waiting for it to show itself to me so I can reach out and grab it. I feel like you just need to make a decision. In the Pentacle world here, you need to make a real-time decision to stop feeling like things are not going to work out, because they are. You're in this energy of feeling deserved. You are deserved. And so I feel like this victim mentality is something that you will overcome pretty easily. Got Justice. Look, everything's being restored for you here. So I feel like once you get out of this victim mentality, everything moves right along the way that it should. There's karmic restoration here. Oh, look at that. I love it. The World card is here. This is what you're accomplishing in the month of December. No more victim mentality. You know what? If they show up, they show up. If they don't show up, I really don't care. And if it is what it is, the universe has got control of it. I feel like that's sort of your energy for the month here. And as you come out of this victim mentality, feeling like it won't work out, or they don't like me, or why didn't they invite me, those sorts of energies, I feel like things come full circle. You close some doors. When people show up for you, I feel, Gemini, you're going to know who those people are that are really showing up for you. And the ones that don't, I think you're closing the doors on those, just so you can get some balance in your life. Those are the types of decisions you'll be making, which are going to bring you out of this victim mentality. The courage energy is for your finances. Why do you have to have courage with your finances? The Emperor, Five of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So I feel like the finances, the reason that courage is showing up here is because I feel like there are some people in your life, possibly people who are your children, who I feel look at you as somebody who is very stable and secure, someone who makes really good decisions with money, someone who probably saves their money, someone, you know, the Emperor is ruler of the empires, right? The kingdoms, all of the kingdoms. So they see you as a big deal. They see you as someone who's done really well for yourself. Maybe you run a business, or maybe you're someone who's highly intelligent. And I really do feel that you need to have courage, because I feel like if you have children, that the children sort of feel like entitled to your stability and your security. And the Five of Swords tells me that there is a difference of opinion here. That, you know what, that whether you have the money or not, whether you're wealthy or not, is really none of their business. They need to go out and make a plan for themselves. They need to go out and put the energy in. They need to fight for what they want. They need to they need to take some risks like you did, Gemini. And I feel like this Five of Swords might cause a little bit of arguments and disagreements. I feel it feels like your children, or there might be other people who are communicating with you who feel like you should be more generous over the holidays because you've been blessed with whatever you've been blessed with. And I'm not saying that you are somebody who's a millionaire. I'm saying that maybe you just live quite comfortably because you're really good with your money. The Emperor is, right? The Emperor is also the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're somebody who is highly intelligent. You are Gemini after all. I always see you guys as the freedom fighters, right? The ones that are going to save the world. And I feel like you're just really intelligent, very smart with your money. And I feel like there's some people around you who feel entitled. For most of you, it's your children. I feel like it might be kids that feel entitled to your abundance, your stability, and your security. And I think you're going to have the courage to say no, because you might enable them to be lazy and sit around. Look, we see it all the time, right? Celebrities have children and they just give them everything that they want, and then they end up just being sloths, right? They end up just not really doing anything with their time or their money. They end up, and unfortunately, some of them leaving the earth really early because they are gorging on whatever their parents gave them because they don't really know what it's like to have to work for it. So I feel like this Emperor energy is you saying to them, look, you got to work for it just like I did. So we've got great gratitude here, and that's your human connections. I kind of love that for the month here because you will be having more human connections than usual. Tell me about great gratitude here. You're going to be really grateful for the people who are really showing up for you as opposed to the ones who are not. So we do have the Four of Wands. I feel like the people that are soulmates, the ones that you are very connected to, those are the ones that, the human connections that you are really I'm going to say that you are really paying attention to. The really strong friendships that you have created, the really strong family units that you've created. Maybe you have a great relationship with your parents or your brothers and sisters, or maybe if you're married, you have a really great connection with your spouse or your children. I feel like that there is strength in numbers, I want to say, and it feels like that maybe this holiday season in the month of December, that possibly you might have a house full of the people that you love the most, the ones that you are very grateful for, the ones you have gratitude for, and the ones who make you feel really abundant when they are around. I feel like the Devil energy is here to say that this is like this is going to be a great success. This is something that I think you think about a lot, but I think that in the back of your mind, you're still worried about people who might try and get in under the wire. Do you know what I mean? People who might be pretending that they are your friend or pretending that they really have the best for you. So I'm going to say that I think that you're strong, and I think that you are going to make good decisions. I think you already know who these people are. The Four of Wands, you've probably already had them in your home, or you really trust these people as well. So I think that you need to have strength to stay out of these relationships, the people-pleasing relationships, the people that you just include because you know that they'll complain if you don't include them. I think those are the people that you're cutting out at this time. All right, let's look at the commitment. That's a key goal to pursue. I feel like if you're single and ready to mingle, friend, this might be for you. Also, this could be a new job. This could be a new adventure. This could be a new business. This could be many things. A commitment is, this person is signing a contract. It could be a life contract. Be careful of all of those contracts. Be careful of anything that you sign that is legal. We are currently in a retrograde Mercury energy, right? Mercury retrograde does pose a problem when it comes to communications and maybe not getting all the details and electronic things as well. So just be aware of all of that. Tell me about this commitment. Tell me what this is for Gemini. We have the Knight of Wands. Be aware or wary, I'm going to say, of people who want you to move quicker than you want to move. They want you to immediately sign on the dotted line. It's okay. You don't need to read the user manual. You don't need to read the agreement before you say yes. Be careful. Be wary of those things. People who want you to make quick and risky decisions in something that is going to be a permanent sort of thing that's going to happen, because contracts are permanent for a place and time, right? So be careful of all of the fancy wording. Make sure that you are very clear, very clear on whatever is on the contract, whatever the contract is about. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. And for some of you, as I said, this is going to be a commitment of love. I think that the same still applies. I think you should be really wary of love bombers, right? The Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups, together, to me, they are love bombing. It is somebody who is not stable, who doesn't give you any stability in their energy, but they're bombing you with love over and over and over again. Be aware. Be wary. Make sure that you have a clear idea of what the commitment is before you get into that thing. I think for some of you, this is going to be a true love situation with somebody who is brand new. I think you are going to be meeting someone brand new, possibly in the month of December. And I feel like they're going to be a very spiritual, sort of healing kind of energy. It does feel like here with this Queen of Cups, that the Queen of Cups tells me that you are about to meet someone who's going to, it's like you're going to fall in love quickly. I want to say this person is, if they are not a love bomber, because it's not going to be for all of you, it feels like you will feel deeply for them and not really be sure as to why. I think this Ace of Swords is telling me, make sure you're clear. Make sure that you have clarity. Make sure you ask enough questions. Make sure you know them. Make sure you ask why they're in a hurry. Make sure that you have a lot of clarity about the commitment, whether it's a love commitment or something that you're signing. Be aware. And so we have the Ten of Pentacles. I think for some of you, this commitment, if you're signing on the dotted line, is going to make you a lot of money. I also feel like this Emperor energy is probably this legacy money here. It feels like that energy. So I feel like this commitment for some of you, you'll be signing on the dotted line for a new job, possibly buying a new home or selling your home. I feel like for some of you, this is, money that is going to be a legacy for your family or for your children. You might be setting up trust funds. It could also be that you end up having some sort of an inheritance. Could be that. And it might be that you're not expecting it. It feels like whatever is showing up here on the bottom of the deck is the future energy for me. So this is like not next week, but the week after that. So that's the middle of the month already. And so I feel like something is going to show up for you. If you've applied for the job, it's yours. I feel like it's going to be a shocker to you. Or if you applied for the loan, it's yours. Or if you wanted to sell the house, you're getting more than you thought you were getting. It feels like in the month of December that there is something coming up that is really, really abundant for you. But you're in this deserving attitude, so I feel like you're calling it all in. I feel like you're looking great with the Nine of Pentacles, that you're in the most attractive energy that you've been in, Gemini. And so all you're doing is waiting for it to show up. You know it's already around you. You're just waiting for it to show up. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. Gemini, thank you so much for coming here and watching. I appreciate you so, so much. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye.